Sometimes the tough things in life come to teach us a lesson, and sometimes they come to redirect us back to our happy place. Whichever one it is, we have to take the good with the bad, learn to be appreciative, and learn true happiness. Welcome to Mocha Homestead.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Mocha Homestead. Olivia says hi. So, we are out here in the garden today, and I am going to be planting tomatoes, and I'm sorry, I'm looking at my peppers to see if some survived, and it looks like one that I thought would survive didn't, so I need to plant some seeds for those. But we are out in the garden. I'm going to plant my tomatoes today. I'm also going to put down some seeds for some squash as a succession plant, and then I am going to put down some squash seeds in another bed and try to plant those plants. And I think that may be what we get done. We're supposed to get some rain for the next couple of days. And let me show you my plants and how good they have rebounded. They were looking horrible before, but let me show you how they rebounded. So they are looking really good after being out here for a little while. They need to get planted, especially my tomatoes. And I need to get these flowers and basil and things planted as well. These are plants that I actually bought from the local nursery. I bought some lavender plants. I bought some watermelon because my first set of watermelon did not germinate, and then I put some seeds in and I didn't think they were going to germinate, and guess what? All of the seeds are germinating. So now I'm going to have a lot of watermelon plants, and I have to find somebody to give those to. I bought some feverfew, some lemongrass. I bought some ashwagandha. And I bought 2 stevia plants because, of course, my stevia did not germinate. So that's what I'm hoping to get done today. So let me get started because I am on a race against time. So I have planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tomatoes. I'm thinking about putting another one right here. I think I will, just to make it 8 tomatoes right here. But I have a problem. I have more than 8 tomato plants left. So let me show you what I'm thinking. So in this bed, I have some open space. I see some of the plants, the flowers right there, but I have some open space right here. These green things, ooh, I can't remember if I put, okay, so maybe not, because I can't remember if I put any sunflower seeds right there or not. So what I may do, let's see on the other side of the bed. Looks like I threw some seeds down there too, and something is growing. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm putting these tomato plants, because where I thought I was gonna put tomato plants, I don't think they will work. So let me think on that. Whew. All right, y'all. As you can see, I am sweating profusely. We are back in the house. I got the tomatoes planted. I got the cucumber bed weeded. So I will need to plant the cucumbers and some flowers in that bed. And then I have a lot more to go before we're done planting for the season. Hey y'all, welcome back to Mocha Homestead. It is after several days of rain, so I am going to try to get some things done. I'm looking at a wasp nest that I'm gonna have to spray some water to try to get because I've been having wasps somehow getting into my house. But it is a couple of days after the rains. We had rain for several days, and it appears that some of my seedlings have started to sprout for some things that I put some seeds down for. Let's see. Like chamomile is sprouting very well. My peppermint is doing a little bit of something. A little bit of oregano. No basil yet. Look like I might be getting a little bit of basil at the top, but I think I may need to put some mulch down because the water is making the dirt splash and it may be moving the seeds. Yeah, I see a little bit of chamomile in those beds as well. Let me turn you around and show you what I'm looking at. On my deck, I have these small beds that my daughter had last year as her garden beds, but I am actually taking them over. This first one is chamomile. This one is going to be holy basil and calendula and nasturtiums. And then I have, let me look over here. Over here on the deck, I have some lemon basil, and then I have cinnamon basil and purple basil. There, I have some holy basil here. Looks like some oregano and some thyme. Well, I think this is holy basil, the whole bed. And then this one has oregano and thyme in the bottom. I think I changed it up from last year. I have some parsley that I planted seeds there, some mint there, some chamomile here. Yes, some Roman chamomile here, because I want to try that out. I hear people saying that it is pretty bitter, but we're going to try it out because it is a perennial chamomile. So it will come back next year. Y'all, one of my really, I had a friend at work. We were talking about me getting some elderberry, and she actually found someone on Facebook Marketplace near her to give her some elderberry, and she brought it to me. Looks like I have some snapdragons from last year that have reseeded and are coming back this year, which I'm excited about, and I will drop a couple more seeds in here because it looks like there's some spotty germination in here, as well as the other beds, the little boxes that I have. So, but other than that, the chickens seem to be doing fine after the rain. And here is my garden. I am going to go over here and get some more, this last bed cleaned out right here, and harvest some green seeds and try to get some of these plants planted up. So if you want to see what I get done today, follow along. So these are some of the newer seedlings that I brought out of the house, that I think I am not going to plant today. Some of these I will plant, probably these. What are these? These are zinnias. So I will probably plant the zinnias, maybe the nasturtiums. The peppers are not ready. Let's see. The watermelon is not ready. The pumpkins are ready, but I don't have their bed. I will be planting out those dahlias. What I'm going to do is leave these probably out here. Maybe not tonight because it's supposed to get in the high 40s, low 50s tonight. So I'll probably take those back in tonight, but I'm going to leave them out like I left these plants out so that they can start to harden off, and it appears that something is eating my tomato plant and some of my other plants. So I'm going to get some of this stuff planted out today. So let me stop running my mouth. Oh, look at my beans, y'all. Looks like I have maybe one or two that are struggling that I need to plant another seed for. But other than that, my beans look wonderful. I am getting some germination for my chard. So yeah, well, let me get started with what I need to do. Now I'm feeling like I probably should not do this because the bees, I don't have any more flowers to replace these with. And the bees are using these. So maybe what I'll do is I'll clean half of the bed until my flowers start to bloom, because there is already a bee on one of the flowers. I think that's what I'm going to do. Clean half the bed and leave the other half for the bees. This is all the seeds I've gotten. It is a ton and way more than I'm ever going to use, but I figured I maybe can donate these to people who want to grow, or seed bank, or something. I'll figure something out. This is huge. Not a whole lot for the worms. I think I'll give the bigger ones to the to the chickens. Okay. This is way easier than I thought. And I think it's because we've had several days of rain recently. Actually, as recent as yesterday. So that may be why that was so much easier to clean than the last couple of beds. Okay, let's check our garden plan and figure out what was supposed to go here. Okay, so yeah, that might not be able to stay. Darn it. Okra, spicy peppers, eggplant. I do not think I'm going to be able to leave these plants here. I think what I'm going to do for the time being I'm going to leave them because okra and eggplant goes there. And so I can put eggplant here where I pulled the others, leave the okra in its container, and then I can likely go by Home Depot or the nursery and grab some flowers to replace these with for the bees' sake. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that eggplant, put it over here, and then put my spicy peppers out and mulch. Alright, so let's move this eggplant to right here. Okay, so if you can see, I have planted all of these cucumbers. I have one space open, and some of these cucumbers on this side are a little bit too close together, so I'm going to move one and put it in that hole. If I can find my hand shovel. Let's see which one. Let's move this one. Okay, so those are done. Now, I was supposed to put onions and garlic in front of these cucumbers. However, I already planted the onions and I did not do garlic this year. So, I think I'm going to put some flowers in front. But let me go ahead and put the water, the drip irrigation back before I do that. And we'll just plant around the irrigation. right, you guys, let me show you what I was able to get done today. So I was able to get this bed filled, planted, and mulched. And then I was able to get most of this bed filled, planted, and mulched. I added some flowers to this bed, and I think that's about it today. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to follow us on social media on Instagram and Facebook. We post shorter content there more often. Until next time, bye.